More and more world-class African players are appearing in the footballing world, bringing about what seems to be a real revolution in the sport. With the African Cup of Nations being just around the corner, it is evident that the tournament that is to come in 2024 might be the most star-struck one yet. Here are the top 10 best players that will showcase their talents in the AFCON 2024. Number 10. Kalidou Koulibaly. The experienced Senegal captain can say, "Been there, done that," as he led his team to win the cup in its previous outing in 2022. His sudden move to the Saudi Pro League raised some eyebrows in the world of football, and a lot of people automatically assume that this was his fall from grace, especially after spending only one season at Chelsea before moving on to Saudi Arabia. Now, this perspective is valid, but as we all know, perspective mostly depends on your point of view. But objectively speaking, Koulibaly is having an impressive season in Al Hilal. He is showing his defensive prowess by not just helping his team to the number one spot on the table, but by also being part of the best defense in the league. Now, it is important to mention that he still doesn't know what defeat tastes like, as Al Hilal is the only unbeaten team in the league so far. Senegal is considered one of the top contenders for victory in the AFCON, and their chances of winning would likely improve significantly if Koulibaly manages to stay free from injuries. Number 9. Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane also followed a similar path as his Senegalese teammate. He also played only 1 year in the Bundesliga before taking his talents to Ronaldo's Al Nassr. He started almost every game for them, managing to get a goal contribution every other game on average. His dip in form is more apparent, but we can never write off one of the best African football players of all time. What's also important to mention is that he is still only 31, just a year younger than his national captain. He is sure to prove the world wrong and show them that he still has the skill and speed to strike fear into opposing defenders. This is almost certain, as we all know that Mane is everything but a player who will just leave the haters be without trying to prove them wrong. Number 8. Pape Matar Sarr. Moving away from Senegal players who are considered to be past their prime to a young defensive midfielder who is just entering it. This Tottenham Hotspur player is playing an amazing season. He was included in almost every match this season in the English Premier League, and his absence, due to injury, could be felt during the game Tottenham played against Aston Villa. He was called up to play for his country during the previous AFCON in 2022, as well, and managed to lift the trophy while he was just 19 years old. Now at 21, he will be looking to experience that amazing feeling again, and his strength and amazing off-the-ball movements could play a huge part in Senegal's attempt to once again win some silverware. So keep an eye out for him, as he is sure to be one of the top players. Let's just hope that he manages to fully recover from his injury by then. Number 7. Mohamed Kudus. In the 7th spot, we finally have a player that doesn't play for Senegal. It is Mohamed Kudus, the pacey attacking midfielder and winger from Ghana. At the age of 23, he is already an established first-team player for his club and country. And that just goes to show what kind of talent this young man has. After leaving the Dutch giants Ajax, Kudus found himself in the world's strongest and most demanding league. This can only be interpreted in one way. He is sure to improve even more. He will be the star attacking player for Ghana in the AFCON 2024, so he will have a chance to prove that he deserves a spot on our list. Number 6. Riyad Mahrez. At number 6, we have yet another player who decided to take his talents to the Saudi League. It is none other than the treble winner Riyad Mahrez. After receiving an offer from Al Ahly which he simply couldn't refuse, Mahrez is having the time of his life in Saudi Arabia. He managed to rack up a goal contribution in nearly every match he played so far, showing us that he definitely still has that winning mentality. The Algerian magician will showcase his skills at the AFCON 2024, and the 32-year-old is sure to light the Ivory Coast on fire with his silky smooth dribbles. Now, before we continue to the 5th best player, we want to remind you to hit that like button to show your support. Also, make sure to subscribe to our channel as we will be telling you everything you need to know before the start of AFCON. Now, let's continue. Number 5, Victor Boniface. Being 10 years younger than Mahrez, Victor Boniface is having a season that might be one of his career's most important. Scoring and assisting almost at will for Bayer Leverkusen this season, Boniface is on fire. The Nigerian is facing some really tough competition in attack, but him and another player, which we will be mentioning later on, are the front runners when it comes to playing striker for Nigeria. His never-give-up attitude, combined with his huge presence in the box, makes him a true striker. What sets him apart from the old-school strikers, though, is his ability to be a playmaker and provide assists for his teammates. Nigeria will definitely play attacking-minded football, and this is where the 22-year-old will shine. Number 4, Serhou Guirassy. Now, while we are on the topic of African football players tearing up the Bundesliga, we cannot forget to mention the 27-year-old Guinea player Guirassy. At the moment, he sits as the second most prolific goalscorer in the German league, only bested by Harry Kane. Guirassy managed to score 15 goals in only 10 games, and it is important to remember that he is playing his first season in this league. Coming from Stade Rennais to Stuttgart for a fee of only 9 million euros, he is definitely in contention as one of the best value-for-money transfers this season. If he continues his form and manages to come completely injury-free to the AFCON 2024, he will not only show you why he made it on our list, but also give Guinea a chance to be one of those nations that surprise everyone with their performance. Number 3, Achraf Hakimi. Now, most of you think that this man is around forever, when in fact Hakimi is actually only 25 years old. The Moroccan right-back has already established himself as one of the best attack-minded defenders in the game of football. He is sure to feature in every game in the AFCON, and quite frankly, without him, Morocco wouldn't be the same. That fact alone is proof that we are talking about one of the best players that will feature in the Cup. With 7 goal contributions and 11 league matches this season, he is evolving his game and making himself an irreplaceable part of the PSG team as well. Having the pace to rival anyone in professional football and a great footballing IQ, Hakimi is sure to stand out. The same can be said about these next 2 players. Number 2, Victor Osimhen. Even while having a truly bizarre season so far, Osimhen is still scoring goals and turning heads in the limited playing time he is getting so far this season. His inclusion on this list was a no-brainer, and if you ever watched Napoli play with him and then without him, you will be sure to agree. Now, currently the most expensive African player in the world, Osimhen will look for a chance to show his skills once again and hopefully attract even more potential buyers. As a move in the summer is almost guaranteed for him, but now that you know the other 9 players, guessing who is number 1? Come on, it's going to be pretty easy. It is the one and only Liverpool legend Mohamed Salah. Number 1, Mohamed Salah. A player that is dangerous even when out of form. Unfortunately for every other nation except Egypt in the AFCON 2024, Salah is on fire this season. Having 18 goal contributions in 18 matches so far this season, Salah is setting a new standard at the age of 31. The 2-time African Player of the Year is a frontrunner for the award this year as well, and if he manages to win the AFCON with Egypt, his victory is almost guaranteed. So those were our top 10 players that will be participating in the AFCON 2024. Let us know in the comments below your top 10. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.